Very warm welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Reena and I'm so happy to have you here. In today's video, we are going to talk about this book, Think Straight by Darius Furo, providing in-depth knowledge and actionable insight from the book. Each chapter explains its core messages, examples, and practical advice for implementation. So let's start with the introduction, the essence of thinking straight. Premise of the book is thinking straight means removing mental clutter, overthinking and unnecessary distractions so you can focus on living a purposeful and productive life. So why it's important? Overthinking leads to anxiety, indecision and wasted time. Clarity of thought enables better decisions and actions aligned with one's goals. The author's approach from this book is simplicity is key. Life does not have to be complicated. Stop making it to so. In the chapter 1, author talks about mental clarity. In the mental clarity, what is the core idea of this topic is a clear mind leads to better decisions and a more intentional life. And the key insights of this topic is mental clutter comes from worrying about unimportant things. Most thoughts we entertain daily are irrelevant or repetitive. In case of practical strategies, you can implement these strategies in your life. Reflect daily, set clear priorities, declutter your environment. That means spend 10 minutes journaling to filter out unnecessary thoughts and set clear priorities. That means define your top 3 life priorities and focus only on those. Apart from that, declutter your environment. A messy space equals to a messy mind. And the one quote is based on this topic. You are what you think. Clarity is power. Examples, the author shares how journaling helped him find clarity in his career by eliminating distractions like social media overuse. In the chapter 2, the author talks about eliminate the non-essentials. The core idea of this topic is simplifying your mental and physical world by focusing on less. The key insights based on this topic is the more things you try to manage, the harder it is to think clearly. Saying no is this superpower in today's world of overcommitment. And the practical strategies that you can implement in your life, first you can implement in your life is perform a life audit. Prioritize ruthlessly, avoid multitasking. So let's understand these one by one. Write down everything consuming your time and energy. And also prioritize ruthlessly. That means eliminate tasks, relationship, or commitment that don't add value to your life. Apart from that, avoid multitasking, which means focus on one thing at a time for deeper engagement and better result. And the quote based on this chapter is the less you carry, the further you can go. And the author describes how simplifying his workload helped him write more consistently and produce better work. In the chapter 3, the author talks about focus on action, not perfection. And the core idea of this chapter is perfectionism delays progress. Consistent action build momentum. That means you have to work on daily basis. And the key insights based on this chapter is many people fail to achieve their goals because they wait for the perfect condition. Fear of failure or criticism often fuels perfectionism. Practical strategies that you can implement in your life. First one is set deadlines. Secondly, adopt the 70% rule. And thirdly, focus on progress. So let's understand these one by one. Set deadlines, that means deadlines push you to start and finish tasks, even if they are imperfect. And adopt the 70% rule. If a task is 70% ready, launch it and improve later. and focus on the progress. That means track your achievement to stay motivated. And what is the quote based on this chapter is progress matters more than perfection. For example, the author talks about launching his blog with basic articles rather than waiting for polished pieces, which allowed him to refine his skills through practice. In the chapter 4th, the author talks about controlling input. And the core idea behind this topic is your mental output is only good as your input. Key insight based on this chapter is the information you consume, social media, books, news, directly affects your thought. Negative, irrelevant, or excessive inputs cloud judgment. And the practical strategies that help you a lot in your life. Create a positive input plan. That means curate what you read, watch, and listen to. For example, read inspiring books and limit screen time. Set boundaries on social media and news consumption. Thirdly, surround yourself with positive people. Your environment influences your mindset. And the quote based on this chapter is garbage in, garbage out. Your mind works the same way as a computer. For example, the author recalls undescribing from clickbait news site to focus on long forms, meaningful content that aligned with his personal goals. In the chapter 5, the author talks about this topic manage time effectively. And the core idea behind this chapter is time is your most valuable resource. Use it wisely. And the key insights based on this chapter is many people waste time on low value tasks without realizing it. Effective time management aligns with your priorities and goals. And the practical strategies that you can implement in your life: firstly, time blocking, batch similar tasks, eliminate time wasters. So let's understand these one by one. Time blocking, that means allocate time for your most important activities daily. Batch similar tasks, that means combine similar tasks, for example answering mails, to save time. And eliminate time wasters, identify and stop activities that don't contribute to your goals, for example excessive TV. And the code based on this chapter is don't manage your time, manage your focus. For example, the author shares how limiting work to a set schedule allowed him to have more free time for hobbies without compromising productivity. In the chapter 6, the author talks about this topic build mental resilience. The core idea behind this chapter is strengthen your mind to handle challenges and setbacks. The key insights based on this topic is resilience is not about avoiding difficulties but handling them calmly and effectively. And emotional intelligence is a key component of mental toughness. The practical strategies that you can implement in your life is practice mindfulness and develop self-awareness. Thirdly, focus on the controllable. So let's understand these one by one. Practice mindfulness, that means use meditation or breathing exercises to stay grounded. And also develop self-awareness programs, that means journaling help you reflect on your emotions and reactions. Focus on the controllable, let go of what you cannot change. And the quote based on this chapter is your mind is your greatest ally or worst enemy, it's your choice. For example, the author shares how mindfulness helped him manage anxiety during high pressure situations. In the chapter 7, simplify your thinking process. The core idea behind this chapter is overthinking complicates life. Embrace simplicity. And the key insight based on this chapter is many problems are self created through unnecessary overanalysis, and breaking problems into smaller steps reduces overwhelm. And the practical strategies that you can implement in your life: firstly, you can do ask simple question. Secondly, use a 2-minute rule. Set boundaries. So let's understand these one by one. Ask simple questions instead of overanalyzing. Ask, what's the next step? Use a 2-minute rule. If a task taken less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Set boundaries. Don't let others' opinion or decision complicate your thoughts. Keep it simple and you will think straight. For example, the author gives the example how tackling small tasks instead of over planning lead to better outcomes in work and life. In the chapter 8, the author talks about this topic: take responsibility for your mindset. And the core idea behind this is you are responsible for your thoughts and actions. And the key insights based on this topic is blaming external factors prevents growth. Taking ownership of your life empowers you to create the outcomes you desire. And the practical strategies that you can implement in your life: firstly, adopt a growth mindset. Hold yourself accountable. Celebrate small wins. That means adopt a growth mindset. See challenges as the opportunities to learn. And hold yourself accountable. That means create a system to track your progress and hold yourself to your goals. And also celebrate small wins. That means the reinforce positive thinking by acknowledging achievement. And the quote based on this chapter is, the way you think determines the way you live. For example, the author shares how shifting his mindset from victimhood to responsibility helped him achieve financial independence. So let's come to the conclusion of this book: think straight, live intentionally. The final message of this book is thinking straight is not just about decluttering your mind, but about living with intention and clarity. The action plan you can implement in your life: start small. That means focus on one or two strategies from the book. Review your progress weekly. Continuously refine your mental habits. I hope you love this book, and this breakdown provides a deep dive into the core concept and actionable advice from each chapter of Think Straight. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day ahead. If you like this video, then do like and subscribe my channel. Bye bye. Take care. Keep learning and growing.